Again for a decent spot to lay down a second maneuver. Now chipping in is Jordy Smith. Big section for Jordy, lays into it, somehow recovers in the most critical part of the wave. And now attacking that end section with authority. Jordy is fired up. Nice seeded matchup coming up next in the opening round. Back to Smith.
Yeah, Jordy just fades into this one, lines up this turn beautifully. We thought he had lost it, but he managed to regain control of that rail. Kind of going through the motions here, trying to see through that whitewater section. Goes up and attacks that lip. No doubt when that water's coming into your face, Jordy was flying blind on that last maneuver. See him kind of take his time to get to his feet. Fades down that bottom turn. Beautiful rail line here. Gets a little bit caught there. Manages to regather himself. Almost falls back on his feet.
Cool to see that Red Bull feature beyond the lines with Kanoa Igarashi already getting this wave during the break, Rosie.
Wow, does so well to drift that tail, regain himself. Second maneuver. Wow, his intentions in this heat have been made clear. Two strong maneuvers there from him. Great way to open up this exchange. Look at this bump and lump that he negotiates through. Finds a bit of cleaner water to execute these maneuvers. Does so well to keep the head and shoulders over the stringer line of that surfboard. Second maneuver, stabs into it.
In a bad situation, know your limits, and always check in with the lifeguards here on the North Shore, the best in the world, as we've got a nice line drawn out bottom turn from Kanoa Igarashi, the silver medalist in Tokyo. Hammers that next section. Perfect punctuation for two different types of moves. Now he'll float the finish. A few different sides of the...
Hey, this bottom turn right here really goes to the point of Makua of how important that foundation is for your whole wave out here at Sunset. Really leans on that rail, sets it up again. Another beautiful bottom turn, hack under the lip. Two beautiful power moves. We saw Jordy get an 8.0 for two moves in the previous heat, but how does this stack up in this heat? I think we're going to see excellence from Kanoa. Beautiful bottom turn, just the length of it that he was able to just stand on that rail and then stomp that maneuver. Takes his time on the bottom here, snaps up under the lip. Beautiful power move. Kanoa just complete control, like you said, Joe, and that equipment looks so confident and comfortable under his feet.
Such a well put together heat for Kanoa Igarashi.
Imaikalani deVault, the heat leader's going to utilize his first priority, and here we go. Nice bottom turn. Beautiful carve off the top, straight down to the bottom. Again, long arcing bottom turn. Another hacking turn off the top for Imai. Really in rhythm on this wave. Find this inside pocket section to the lip glide and puts it down.
I'm going to say that's the highest scoring ride I needed to do, and now it's up to the judges. But right here, Kipes, I mean, so smooth. Just laying into that turn. Imaikalani deVault. I mean, it doesn't get more nice than that, you know. Right here with this finishing move as well. Little tail tap. One more of those little knick-knack paddywhacks we talk about.
It's just big in stature. John up and riding again in the barrel.
John in the barrel is able to punch his way out of there, and unfortunately not able to combo.
I've seen a couple, you know, behind the surfers. John just letting the wave.
Okay, we'll get back to Strider as he gets back above water, but we're getting the water angle here from John Florence with that well-executed, tricky, technical barrel ride. We're going to see where the judges go with that score, Rosie.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, Capo, earlier this morning, Strider alluding to that there are barrels out the back today at Sunset. So, he, you know, John identifying that factor, starting out with that barrel ride, doesn't get to lay the rail the way that he wanted to here. You can tell that rib through the face just kind of threw him off a little bit. He was trying to claw his wing.
10 8-footers on the head,
yeah.
And his leash plug pulled out. So that was before they were doing jet ski assist. Oh, there's Kolohe with a nice turn. So he had really gone through the ringer. Whoa, that was sick.
Big turns from Kolohe Andino. 4.5 was his opener. That's going to be much bigger. It was really refreshing to see how much fun he was having trying to lay down the biggest carve of his life. BL, what'd you see here?
Well, a couple of them, just as you said, Joey, a couple beautiful layback. Oh, complete commitment. It wasn't a full rail carve. It was more just a little stabby jab type layback.
He gave so much each and every day.
And the North Shore Land Trust, as we see Kelly up and riding, what a great man. We'll talk a little more about the great Peter Cole after this wave.
As we've got the snap from Kelly. Holding that rail, controls that re-entry down to the bottom. With the backwash, he springs right into motion in the pocket, and Kelly looking smooth on that last effort.
Definitely a better. You're looking to control and manage the speed, and I think Kelly looks better on this board here with the 3 fins and that back fin there as an anchor. Nice top turn, driving beautifully out of the bottom, controlled, didn't rush to anything, and I feel like he's learnt the lessons of those earlier heats and watching the round where people rushing to stuff, if they weren't connecting with the wave properly and making the whole performance sync together, and Kelly did it beautifully on that one.
See how deep he was off the bottom there, and that big connection, perfect timing off the top, BL.
And those turns before in the first round, we saw him getting some drift out of them on the quad. So here it stabilizes the board out of the lip and gives you the...
Any sort of interference trouble. Let's see what happened here.
Well, Billy sat with priority for a very long time, but it feels like Owen didn't think he had the priority still. Great wave for Billy, who, as we watch him finish this one up on the inside. It was a long, arduous sort of, 18-minute wait for a wave, and by the time he got it...
And this is the moment, BL, right there, Owen up, but Billy has priority. And if you're going to cross the path of a surfer without priority, that's been an interference. We've seen that happen so many times. That's a tough blow for Owen Wright, but well executed for Kemper.
Yeah, I wonder what Owen was thinking there. It'd be interesting to hear his thoughts on that situation, because it seems like it's not something he would do intentionally. He was in the lead, he had the 2 scores, he was in a powerful position in the heat.
As we look at that.
All right, so just to update you, this is Connor O'Leary, and he's currently in 2nd place, and he wants to build on his 5.57, and with surfing like that, it looks like he's on his way. That was a dime.
Coming off the bottom, watch right here. Doesn't look like much. I mean, straight off the bottom, no hesitation, really wrapping in and coming right down, right back up, opening up to get vertical.
That was upside down. That was upside down.
That was a beautiful turn.